Hi again, it's Heidi. I wanted to talk about a few tips when it comes to this new lifestyle makeover. When people are approaching a new state of well-being and a new attempt at better health and perhaps a better body, there are some things to consider and maybe some tips and tricks of the trade that wouldn't hurt us to share. I personally am half the size I used to be, and my house was the go-to house for cookies and ice cream and chocolate of all varieties. And when I made the decision to make some changes, there are a few little sneaky tips that really helped me succeed. First of all, let's not deny that this new journey is going to be a challenge. However, I don't think that challenge is a bad word. I think challenge is a great word, and I think that rising to an occasion is even better. When it comes to making better choices really in general for your entire well-being, it is absolutely comes down to a mind over matter situation very frequently, at least in the beginning. We are changing habits, we are breaking bad habits, we are forming new habits, and there is absolutely a learning curve. You are setting new rules for yourself and learning to abide by them. You are redefining your own limits and boundaries and expectations of yourself. It's really about learning something very new about yourself and something really great. Honestly, one of my go-to rules for this healthy journey is to learn to talk to yourself. You are going to be having many a conversation with yourself about what you should be eating, what you should be doing, how you should be spending your downtime. And you are going to have a few arguments with yourself and go back and forth about whether that extra scoop of ice cream is really what you want to do for yourself that day. I used to work in an office that had candy dishes everywhere. And I challenged myself to not even have one little bite-sized piece, because in my experience, if you crack a door, it's way more likely to swing open than if you just leave it closed. So I would say to myself, and I'd have that little conversation, is this really going to help me towards my goals? And is this tiny little piece going to cost me a day, you know, of my journey towards a better me? When we're in the midst of changing habits and replacing bad ones with good ones, it is very important to set yourself up for success. In the midst of this journey, we are learning new things about ourselves, and we are approaching new habits and new ways of thinking as far as food is concerned and exercise is concerned and self-perception is concerned. And I have found it very useful to post my goals in big bold print all over my house so I never miss them. I never miss the chance to remind myself that this is all worth the work towards a better me and the best version of me. Eating out is one of the biggest challenges we face. We don't want to give up the event of going out to eat, or that time with our friends, or that time with our loved ones. It's more than just a meal, right? Well, obviously the food prepared out is usually in much bigger portions and much richer than the food we prepare at home. So one of my favorite tricks of the trade is to ask for half my meal to be put in a box before my food ever hits the table, so that I really am setting myself up for success, and I'm not setting myself up to fail or feel like I need to clean my plate because I paid for it. I have them put it in a box before it ever hits the table in front of me, and I take it home for later. I have honestly had many a moment where I have had to look at myself in the mirror and say, you know what, I get to win today. You know, my willpower gets to win today over all the temptation. I get to win today, because each day that I win brings me closer towards that, and it never hurts to have a little advice, to have somebody in your corner that can tell you that it absolutely can be done. That no matter how frustrated you feel, no matter how plateaued you feel, there's just a few little things and a few little encouragements that even you are capable of giving yourself, that you can knock on a neighbor's door and get if you have to, that it absolutely can be done, and that you are absolutely worth it. If you wake up one day and realize that you are ready to take on this journey, and the journey that leads to a destination of the best version of you, the healthiest version of you that you have ever known, then I absolutely am a firm believer, and I'm living proof that when you make that decision, when you believe in what you want, and you believe that you deserve what you want, because you do, this is so achievable, this is so doable, and it is so worth it. And you are worth it. You deserve the new you.